Hello, 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 good evening. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm glad that you can hear me well, that's perfect. So, today we had the announcement for the 3rd anniversary of Blue Archive, and the update cannot come soon enough. It's gonna be on the 24th. It looks incredible, the quality of life improvements and everything looks so good. And we have Iroha here, because she's gonna get an update too, indirectly, through Ibuki. So Ibuki is gonna be the freebie for the event. She's going to be a striker support. And she deals mystic damage, which is perfect because she fits perfectly with Iroha. They will be compatible. Like, if they had different damage types, that would have been an issue. Yeah, take your time, mate. I'll be here for a bit, so don't worry. I was wondering about their mechanic a lot, since I don't know Japanese. They interact together in battle somehow. Yeah, so I'm going to explain that now, because I knew it was going to be an issue for many. So how that mechanic works is, let's go to a formation. So here we are going to have an additional option. I think it's going to be here. So here we are going to be able to link students. So for example, we are going to be able to set here Iroha and here Ibuki, and we are going to be able to activate the link by clicking on them, and they will have like a yellow frame or orange frame, if you wanna, like, depending on how you see the color. For me it looks like orange. When you have the orange frame, the link is active. They will get bonus stats, and what happens is that if Iroha is deployed on the field, so you use Iroha's EX skill, Ibuki will board Iroha's tank and they will become one unit, and then their EX skill will be modified to the joint skill, and you will be able to target an area and do a lot of damage in that area, which is a big circle, like really big. And after some time, obviously the tank will go away and Ibuki will be on the ground again. So as part of her passive skill, Ibuki has increased HP and the ability to board Iroha's tank if they are linked. Yeah, it actually looks really good, especially because it's going to be on a freebie, so everyone will have access to this new mechanic if they own Iroha, and Iroha will have a rerun too, so it's going to be really easy for people to try this out. And I think it looks fantastic, and it's going to bring new life to Iroha, because she was meta on Peroro for a long time, but she fell off the meta, and I think Iroha is going to be like a lot stronger now, because you will be able to target the AoE, and it's gonna be very fun. And this also opens the door for like new students with these kind of abilities, like who knows. Also, like, it makes a little bit of sense when you consider, for example, that swimsuit Amy can move up to 6 allies, so maybe when Ibuki boards Iroha's tank, they don't count as a tactical support anymore, and maybe you can deploy another one. Like, it's kind of weird, but it's hard to know because you still only have two specialist slots, so it's not like you can have Iroha, Amy, and another tactical. But in the future, I would not be surprised if we can have more units on the field, and that will be really interesting to see. So now I'm looking for the clip. I actually recorded that part where they show the interface for you to link the skills. I'm looking for it so I can show it on the stream too. You probably heard. Okay, here it is. Now you should be able to see a new source on the screen. It's the clip from the stream where they show the new interface. Perfect. So it's in the menu where you set the leader. You will see this new tab, which we are going to call TS link. And when you have the link activated, you will see this frame, and you see they can get additional stats here. So because they are linked now, after this we get into the fight. There we go. Okay, so you can see here now Ibuki has her EX skill with a cost of 3. That cost is for the buff she can provide when she's not in the tank. And now you will see as Iroha gets deployed on the field, Ibuki's passive skill will trigger and she will go in the tank with Iroha. And boom, there they go. And now you see a new EX skill here, the joint skill they have. And as you can see, the area is massive, like it's a gigantic circle, and this multiplier you see on the screen is probably not the final multiplier, because the characters were level 25, so I'm guessing this is like level 1 or 2 EX skill maximum. So probably when they... Hello, yeah, joint skills are gonna be really cool. So I'm guessing that at maximum level that multiplier will be like around 800 or between 600 and 800. It depends on how much power they want to give it, but it's gonna be really cool. So since we are looking at this battle showcase, I also wanted to take a look at this, where she is. Okay, Ako, it's really cool. She gives a lot of buffs. Okay, so Hina has a really interesting mechanic. Her EX skill works in 4 steps. The first step is activation, which costs 6. 6 is a great cost because you can use discount supports like, for example, UE, and Nujir Fuka, and that makes the cost only 3. Characters like Yukari, for example, that has a cost of 7, they are kind of screwed because 4 is still expensive, but with a cost of 3. You can do like really quick rotations, and this skill is extremely powerful. The only issue with it is that any CC will interrupt it and you will have to recast it. And if you get CC'd right after your activation, you will lose 6 points. So it's risky to use. So you have to be really like prudent when you use it. Timing is going to be a big part of it. So now we're going to see the activation of Hina. Okay, so here we have that Hina will enter the concentrated fire state. In this state, she will get 3x cast for free. Okay, it lasts for 10 seconds, the stance, so you have to use the skills in that time frame of 10 seconds. This animation is beautiful, by the way. It's really, really good. Okay, so now we are seeing Hina EX skill. You can see it has three charges. Yeah, true. Okay, so we have 3 charges. The first 2 stages of this have the same multipliers. Again, these are probably level 1 or level 2 level multipliers. And what is important of this is that she will always deal maximum damage. So because she will ignore the accuracy and stability modifiers, which is extremely strong. Also, the damage will go down for every enemy the attack passes through by 10% to a minimum of, I don't know. So you see stage 2 is still the same multipliers and you still have the 10 seconds duration. I think every cast extends the duration for another 10 seconds, but that will be tested when she comes out. What I don't like of this skill, which is something really minor but is still like a little bit annoying, is that the area is very narrow, so you will have to line up enemies very well. It's like Haruna's EX skill. It's the same size, so it's narrow. So in certain scenarios that will be annoying. It will work more as like a single target skill, but it's gonna be fine anyways. Like the damage it deals is ginormous. And now the last stage. It has more or less double the multiplier. So the other 2 phases technically charge the last one. It's a really interesting skill. Okay, so Makoto has this new mechanic, which is damage scaling with more enemies. I think this mechanic is intended to fit Chesed and Hieronymus when he comes out in a Great Wars manner, because Hieronymus has the chorus, which is composed of many enemies. So she will always deal like maximum multiplier, and the area is gigantic, so she can probably take one side of the, like, Gregorius has this distribution of 3 on each side, and then you have like the side chorus, which have like 12 enemies. You can probably take one side and damage all of the choruses, both the close ones to him and the other ones that are close to your units. So this skill for Gregorius, when the Great War comes, it's gonna be enormous. It's gonna be so good. Also, Makoto has a debuff on cooldown, which we don't know still how long it's gonna be, but having that will make your rotations easier, a lot easier. Yeah, exactly, it's the perfect skill for Gregorius and Chesed. Yeah, exactly, that's why she's special. Also, the animation is so good. It's so funny. But yeah, it's such a good skill. This is gonna be like meta changing for Gregorius when it comes into Great Wars form, and for Chesed probably it's going to be pretty meta too, because Chi spawns enemies like crazy. So I'm waiting to see. What is interesting about Ako is that she provides more or less the same buffs. Well, no, they are like lesser than her regular version, like a lot lesser, but it's the same category of buffs. So this will open a door to do one of two things. Either you keep using regular Ako and you stick to Himari Ako, or you can do Ako, Himari, Ako Striker, Himari, and New Year Fuka. So you have discounts, you have attack, and you have crit stats boost. It will open a door to have so many buffs on the field. It's gonna be amazing. And what's great about Ako is that because she's a striker and she's a buffer, you don't care about her damage type. So for example, in Chirokuro, Maid Alice is a very popular choice, but her crit stats are ass. So having her to boost the crit stats of Maid Alice will help you get your damage more consistently. So when she activates this skill, she will also get these stacks she builds. She will get one stack for each affected ally, and those stacks will give her more attack. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but boosting her own stats is never bad. Like, if she can deal some damage together with the buffs she provides, it's gonna be pretty good. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I think these four new characters, including Ibuki, they will shift the game in one way or another. Like, I think they will impact the game a lot, even if they don't become like hard meta for like all the raids they could be used, because they are not going to be like replacing every meta character in every raid. I think they will have like a place and a time for them to be used, but they will open a lot of new strategies, they will optimize strategies, they are really strong. I think they are all going to be really good. And probably Hina is probably the strongest, but also the one I like the least in a sense, because her normal skill is a one-time activation. We don't know how long it lasts. Maybe it's the whole battle, or I don't know, 2 minutes. We will know when the update hits, but one-time activations are a little bit tricky. So that's gonna be something to keep an eye on. And the other issue is that because she's vulnerable to CC, and you can lose 6 points if she gets CC'd, it's going to be a little bit annoying. I think damage-wise, she will compete with Mika, but Mika is still better because Mika is also like super tanky. And that makes Mika a double duty character, while Hina is going to compete with Aru, to be honest. Because Aru is like pure DPS, just like Hina. Also, Siege Armor is kind of a double-edged sword. So the issue with Siege Armor is that it takes neutral damage from, I think, everything mostly, but that means she will never take reduced damage. I think only there is one type she reduces, explosive, I think. Yeah. Yes, I think only Hina has double raids, and the other two do not. Maybe they're starting to introduce characters to allow for 2-team torment. Yeah, maybe. Like, the thing is that there is people already clearing torment with 2 teams, and I think Gregorius, some people is doing it even with one. It's crazy, but and then a new raid difficulty in a year or something. Huh. 3 limited, I want all of them. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of bad that they made everyone limited. I don't like that. Because they usually make 1 or 2 banners that are pretty good close to the anniversary banner. Like, for example, after Mika we had Nagis and Toki. And both are excellent. So it's going to be a little bit of a pain if we go all out on these banners, because then we are not going to have anything for what's come next. Yeah, if I recall correctly, they are all limited. I'm pretty sure they are all limited, but I could be wrong. Yeah, true. For Hanako, we and Hinata were limited to... I'm kind of frustrated because I want Atsuko a lot, and they did her rerun just now before the anniversary. Well, don't worry about that, because Atsuko may spook you during Hina banner. Like, fingers crossed. I'm crossing my fingers for Ako to spook me on the Hina banner. I mean the regular Ako, not the new one, because I don't even have the regular one. My Pyroxene is only 10k, hopefully I can get all the limited students. So guys, remember that we're going to get 100 free pools that will be distributed in the duration of this banner, so you can use those 100 free. Don't be too hasty with your pools, wait a little bit, use your free ones, go slow with it, because you may be able to save a lot of Pyroxene. Yeah, I hope you're right. Ako can't miss Hina banner. I really hope you're right. Like, I really hope so. Because I've been screwed by Ako for how long now? Like 2 years. Oh yeah. I found that to be really cute. Ako and Hina have an interaction in battle. Also, they are introducing new formation animations. Ako, Hina, and Ibuki have alternative poses when in the formation screen, and I think that's great. It's a little bit tricky to trigger them though. I hope they patch that before they release it. Ako posing for Sensei. Yeah, true. Yeah, that was funny to see them trying to rotate Ibuki for like 2 minutes. Yeah, true. Also, this Ako hold animation is really good. It's so cheeky. I feel like this banner fits perfectly with Ako. I think it's like the perfect alt to her. But it looks like her L2D lobby, it's going to be troublesome again, and Ako cannot catch a break. She's always having issues. This time it's a wardrobe issue. But yeah, like, the anniversary announcements were really cool. Like, overall I'm happy with it. I was more hyped for the second anniversary, to be honest. I found it to be like more interesting. But this one is good too. It's just, I thought we would get Hakyako students like Nagusa, because we just did their chapter, so it would have been really fitting to have them, but Oh well, maybe in the future. Also, Nagusa is a great character. I really want to have her in game. Let me know if the raid music is too loud. But yeah, like, I think Mika is going to be like still a top character. But Aru may have issues keeping her spot on the face of Mika, I mean Hina coming to compete with her. It's gonna be interesting. I honestly didn't expect Hina to be an anniversary character, but I'm pretty happy with the choices for the new characters, Makoto especially. Yeah, like overall, I think they are all great choices, but I don't know, I wanted it to be different just because of like a relevancy thing. Especially because I don't know how many of you are like familiar with the Hakyako story we had, but Nagusa went through a lot there, and it would have been cool to have like a banner for her, like make her super OP, like stupid OP. But we'll have to wait. Another thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Hoping for Seiya, yeah too. I truly thought that Seiya had a good chance to be the anniversary character, because it could line up with finishing the main story 1 cast, because we have Mika, we have Nagisa, so we're only missing Seiya, so I thought she would be like the next one, just to close the chapter, but that didn't happen. But one thing that was amazing was the new PB they showed, because they always tease events with those, and we saw the Arius squad having a summer vacation, and that's really nice. Like, they need some fresh air. I hope that banner happens, because they're like the picture where they show Atsuko, Hiyori, and I forgot her name, the emo one. Crap. I forgot her name just now. What's the name of the last Arius member? Well, it doesn't matter. Like, that picture was like so cute, and Atsuko was so happy. Misaki, yeah, Misaki. Actually, this. I'm planning to make this a channel icon. If we get to 5 members, I can add one more emoji, and I'm planning to use this one. It's so cute. Yeah, like if we get to 5 members, I can add one more. So yeah, that's gonna be next. But yeah, like the other event, they kind of teased with it. It was this like rock band for the Sweets Club, which looks amazing, because they asked in a survey like if we wanted to see more characters in casual clothing. So I think that would fit the topic. Have both Nagisa and Mika. Wanna see all of them all at the table. Yeah, true. But yeah, like if they actually do like a school festival event and they put like this rock band of the Sweets Club, it's gonna be so funny. Because Natsu is such a troll, she's always messing with Kazusa, and Kazusa is really popular. Like, also they have been doing a lot of content with Kazusa. So yeah. It's gonna be fun. I cannot wait for the new events. They look amazing. And they asked if we wanted a Halloween event. I think most people said yes, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have a Halloween event. Yeah, Kazusa's shorts are a blessing. True, true. For as distracted as I am, getting a one-team clear in Insane is not that bad. Yeah. I mean, Kazusa doesn't say too many words, like, but she says everything with those few words she says. Like, her personality is really funny too. So yeah, I'm really happy. Like, the events that they teased on that PV look really good, like really good. The UI changes too, they are like so good. They are going to optimize the main menu, like here they are optimizing this UI to make everything more streamlined. We will have a social tab that will be like all compacted, and we will open like this tree menu. Kikyo is my favorite character right now. A cat girl right now. Oof, Kikyo versus Kazusa. It's been quite a war. I don't know. They're both great. I cannot pick one over the other one, to be honest. But yeah, like the teasers were really good. I also have that PV recorded, so we can watch it after this run too. Yeah, Akira Stadium 5, which Akira may get released sooner than you think too. Like after this one, we're going to look at that PV. I will not put sounds to avoid like any copyright issues, but that PV has so many good hints from what's coming. I also will not play it completely. I will skip to the relevant parts, the teasers. But yeah, like I have high hopes, really high hopes. Aru's such a beast. Her damage is amazing. When she grits. I got screwed. Never compliment a character before she attacks. She will screw you. But her normal skill is doing the work. Oof, that was a good one. Okay, we are on a good track now. Bunny talking number 1. But yeah, like there are so many good things coming. And the Hieronymus Great Wars are going to be fun too. Especially because we're going to get the opportunity to try the new characters. Damage wise, Aru is just a beast. We are doing this a lot faster than with Mika, and I'm even more distracted now than I was before. We need to renew Hoshino. Like, what was your favorite part of the announcement, guys? I'm really curious. For me, to be honest, was the PV. Like, seeing the possibility for a Narius Summer event and the Halloween event. Like, so many possibilities. Boom, that was 1 minute faster, a whole minute faster than before. Aru is so good, look at that. Okay, this is the PB. So we're going to skip ahead so we don't get in trouble. But we are going to look at the teasers. Okay, so this part is obviously teasing like a school festival event. Ibuki and Kayoko Himari ASMR. Yeah, I mean, if you like ASMR and you like those characters, I can understand. Also, like, there's also some kind of music band. Yeah, like we are going to look at that actually. I think it's a little bit ahead. So this may be like a hint for the Halloween event. Maybe like they are teasing it here on the school festival, but this may be a hint for a Halloween event. And this is the rock band event. No, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this may be another event. I hope this happens. This looks so fun. Like Natsu playing the drums. Gold. I really hope this event happens. And this. Please let this event happen. This is gonna be so good. This is gold. Poor Saori is always working. And I think these are like teasers for like new characters that we are going to have in the near future. This is going to be the event where Akira releases. Most likely this theater team event is going to be like Akira release. Yeah. Look at the trees. Oh yeah, true. The ninjutsu club. I didn't notice that before. Good eyes. Let's see, where is it? Also, this may be an event, like Pajama Party with the Chale girls. Like we have Yuka, Noah, Koyuki, probably Chihiro will be involved. Who's this blonde one? Who's this one? Because this is Yuka. No. Yeah, this is Yuka, but this blonde one? Does anyone know who she is? Am I blind? Because it's not Noah. Who is this character? Is Toki? No, it's not Toki, that's not her halo. Does anyone know Chinatsu? You think it's Chinatsu? Chinatsu or Kotama? Let's see their halos. So... yeah, that could be Kotama. Yeah, almost certainly this one is Kotama. Yeah, Maki, obviously. She's always funny. Also in the camping event, Maki had really funny expressions. Hore, as always, like barely standing. She's already sleeping, she has the eye bags. Poor Hare. This may be a teaser for future party dress characters. Like Makoto needs to happen. This would be so cool, but please, not now, like far in the future. We need new characters. And here we have Mutsuki and Kayoko. But Kayoko, they both have alts already, so it could be... I don't think it's gonna happen soon, but probably for like 1 or 2 reruns far in the future they may get party dress alts. I think this may be another teaser for like a new school, maybe. I don't know. I don't recognize this area, but it looks like a new area. Like it looks Italy inspired, like Venice, but I don't know. This one have Reisa in the screen. Reisa. You mean this one? Very small Reisa. I don't see her. Oh, the new area. Reisa. You mean the one on the left? Right side. Huh. Oh, true! She's walking there. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Yeah, here. True. Yeah, there she is. Oh, good eyes, guys. Really good eyes. I like to tease players so much. It's all nice and great, but where is my Fox Squad? True. I was really hoping for Yukino to be the anniversary character, and that would open like the floodgates for the rest of the squad. Like they have also like animated chibis and everything. Like they are ready to be released. Come on, give us the Fox Squad. They were even shown in the anniversary countdown, like as one of the first pictures. Like, come on. I was really hoping for that. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about before we go into this raid is the RPG mode. So I don't know how well informed everyone is about the RPG mode. I didn't provide any explanations in the video, just to keep it brief, because it was already pretty long. And I added most of the showcase they did. I cut most of the dialogues and like walking in circles. I tried to keep it brief, but still showing like all the important stuff. But the RPG mode, it's going to be obviously a time limited event, so do not slack on it. It will provide the Ibuki fragments and equipment and all that stuff. And it works in like two ways. The first part, you have to like explore and talk with NPCs and do quests and find stuff and do puzzles, and then you will get access to battle stages, and they also will reward you with fragments and equipment and all that stuff. So you will have like the regular stages from the event, the RPG mode, and the stages from the RPG mode. Yeah, that sounds really neat. I agree. Like, I hope in the future like they do more for the other schools, so we can explore more of the because we don't like, we see all these facilities in the schedule, but we cannot explore them, and this will allow us to look inside the schools. So this is going to be the first map we're going to be exploring. I wish I could just open it without like this UI, expand on it, but as we complete missions and stuff, we're going to be unlocking the different areas. And once we unlock all the different areas, I think we are going to get like the battle stages, or maybe we will get like 1 or 2 battle stages before we move into the next area. We're going to see that all on release. But it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how is the inside of these buildings we see from the top. RPG-like mode is really pop. That looked so cool. Yeah, true. I completely agree. The RPG mode is going to be great, especially because doing always like we have raids, we have JFTs, we have Great Wars, we have the Deca something. It's complicated. We have Deca, but they are all pretty similar in like gameplay structure. So when they did like the roguelite with the Maid Alice event, I thought that was fantastic, and I hope they do more stuff like that. Like integrate different game types into the game. Like that roguelite or tower defense or like RPG, like do these little things integrating different game types into the game, and I think we're going to have a game that lives for really long, really long. Because contrary to other games I'm not going to name just to not upset people, but Blue Archive has never been a game that sells you into you have to do this and this is your end game. It's always been like a chill game. You have different challenges to do and you are not like required to do everything at the max difficulty. You're always rewarded for playing. So adding different mini games, even if they are not permanent but with relatively decent frequency, like a good cadence, will keep the game fresh, and it will reduce player fatigue, because I think at this point, after 3 years, a lot of people is like a little bit fatigued of doing the same raids over and over. It's true, the new raids have really interesting mechanics, like Gregorius is an amazing raid. It's stupidly complicated. It's really tight on what you can use and what you have to do, but it's an amazing raid. Like, I think it's one of the best done raids in the game. It's amazing. Kurokage, on the other hand, it's good, but it didn't feel as good as Gregorius. It's a lot more straightforward, it's a lot more simple, but the erosion mechanic is a pain in the ass. It feels like it's more frustrating than engaging. So I didn't like Kurokage as much, even though I like it a lot. I like it more than many other raids, but I don't think it's as good and as like forward as Gregorius. I found it strange that they momentarily ignored the story in Hakyako and launched Hochino's story without concluding Hakyako. If there is no connection, it doesn't make sense. Okay. There is a connection. I think there is a good reason for that to happen. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but the Hakyaku story will probably have like some time traveling elements. And that story of Hoshino, it's going to tie the knots to get to that other part in Hakyaku. That's my guess. I don't want to go into specifics, but I think that's why they did like the release like that. But I agree that they could have done a little bit more with Hakyaku before jumping to another thing. And I wanted more Hakyaku students to release. Like having 2 alts and 2 new characters, it's good, but I would have preferred like 3 new characters instead of 2 alts and 2 new characters. But I can complain, Ako looks so good. Like aesthetically, like she looks amazing. Hina also looks good, but like Ako is on another level. Bro, my battery is 3%. Well, see ya when I reach home. Hopefully the stream will be alive. Maybe. If it takes you like less than an hour, probably you will find me here. I will be here for a little bit longer than usual, maybe, but you have like a little bit over an hour still, so don't worry. I would have loved to see Shuro, but I guess I'll have to wait for 2 more years or something for her. So, Shuro, that's an interesting topic, because I don't think she's going to be a character. But I would be happy to be wrong, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So, the thing with Shuro is that we, like right now, we know very little about her. But one thing we know... No, I cannot say that though. Ah, freak. Okay, let's put it like this. I think Shuro is not going to be a character before Nagusa and Miya are characters. And because Nagusa is not released now, I think that's gonna happen like very far in the future. And that makes Shuro very unlikely to happen anytime soon. I don't know, it's complicated. I think it's more likely to have Ryo as a character than Shuro as a character. Like, Ryo's insanely popular and she's still not in the game, so... Popularity is a big factor. Like, for example, the first event of the first sport event happened because people thought that was going to be an event and they saw it was insanely popular, like around the internet, and they went like, okay, let's make it happen. But Shuro, I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't seen too much of her, but I don't think she's that popular. But I may be wrong, I don't know, I just haven't seen too much of Shuro around. Like, let me know what you think, but I haven't seen too much of her. I think she's pretty popular when she just appeared, she gained popularity pretty quickly. Yeah, but she also faded off pretty quickly. Like Ryo, I still see her everywhere in my feed, in Twitter and like other socials. I always see Ryo. Like probably every day, at least once. But Shuro, I haven't seen her like at all. If there are time travel elements, I just hope they save Yume and make her playable. But that would probably lead to a huge problem. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, it's complicated. It's really complicated. Like, there are so many factors at play. Like, I hope they just do it well. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to see how they approach time travel. Maybe it's not a straight up time travel, but something more like looking into the past very vividly. But I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it, because time travel is something that it's rarely done well. I just hope they don't do something stupid with time travel. I hate when they do like super obvious stuff or like they modify the whole game. Well, either game, I'm happy with Blue Archive. They still have very many things I'm looking forward to. I think I'll stay here for a long time. Yeah, true. Like, Blue Archive, it's a great game. Like, honestly, it's probably the only gacha game I keep up with that I don't feel forced to keep up with. Like, I truly enjoy playing this game. Like, the development seems by the players for the players. It doesn't look like they are doing things just to sell us more stuff. Like, the development is really... it's really well guided. I think that's a good way to put it. It's really well guided. Like, the quality of life updates they do, the events. Also, I think it's great that, contrary to many other games, they don't do only limited banners, they do limited and pickups. Most games do, like, it's limited and limited, it's all limited, and then they do these reruns like 1 year later. I like that Blue Archive does pickup banners that do not force you to pull because you're going to miss out. I think that's really good for the mental health of players. Like, they do not profit on FOMO as many games do. They still have some FOMO because there are limited banners, but it's not permanently FOMO and FOMO and FOMO and FOMO. Like, they give players time to prepare and to rest. I think Shuro is much more likely than Rio in the short term. Rio timing has already passed. Shuro needs the climax like Nagusa in her story. I mean, it's true what you say that Rio's timing it's like far gone, but maybe she gets introduced like straight up as with an alt. I don't know if we already had a character that released first with an alt instead of a regular version. I think we did, didn't we? I don't remember, but it may happen, like, who knows, maybe we get another Maid Cafe rerun and we get Maid Rio or something stupid like that, who knows. Like, she's really popular. Like, I was watching the live stream both days and there was a lot of people writing Rio. Like, when Mika was about to be released, everyone was writing Mika. So I wouldn't be surprised that the Rio happens. Like, she may be forced into the game by the community. It's a matter of time. In the end, like, these devs always try to appease the community in one way or another. This is going to be another restart to work it super slow. Alice is not critting at all today. Another thing that I thought this was really interesting. If Rio releases, I have a feeling she's going to be special. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be striker either. I agree with you, I think she's going to be special. She doesn't look like a striker. She looks like she's going to be like a Himari, probably. If she ever releases, she's going to be a Himari. The community is also desperate for Seiya, and Rio could come in any future deca. True. That's also very true. Rio could come like in any future deca. Seiya, it's true. People want her really bad. Like, a lot of people want to put closer to that chapter. They want to have all three of the three parts in the game. I'm one of them. I really want to have like the whole three parts in the game. It feels like empty without her. Like, it's like, why we have 2 out of the 3? It feels like something is missing. There is even a chair in the tea party for her. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think everyone can agree that it feels empty without Seiya. Like, it's like having a chessboard and you're missing a piece. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, this run is going a lot better. Boom. Perfect timing. Also, I wonder if they will ever release Nia. I really like Nia, she's so funny. It's going to be tricky to witness it. True. I just hope they do justice to Seiya. I think she's going to be a special character. I don't see her as a striker. and I hope she's either explosive or penetrating. I don't want to have like the whole squad separated because Mika is penetrating, Nagis is explosive. Like, let them play together too. So I really hope for Seiya to be either explosive or penetrating. If she's special and Mystique, it's going to be such a disappointment. Ah, this is going to be a wash. Isuna died. Seiya sounds perfect like penetrating. Maybe. But, like, honestly, I think she's gonna be Mystique. It's going to be disappointing, but she's gonna be Mystique. Because of she's like a mystical character in some senses with her clairvoyance and all that stuff. Like, she has the like that mystic element to her character just in like intrinsically. Ooh, that was a big critical. So yeah, she will she will probably be Mystique. Even if I don't want it to be like that, she's gonna be Mystique probably, if she ever releases. Which may not even happen. I mean, not soon. I wonder if they are going to release like all the Pandemonium girls too, because the Pandemonium club is really popular too. Let us wait and keep hoping. Yeah, hope never dies. As long as there is hope. Unless they say straight up she's not happening, I will always believe she's gonna happen at some point. Same with Rio. As long as they don't say no, Rio is never going to be a character, I will still believe she one day will be a character. Also, some people, I don't know if you guys saw this, but some people was posting around a picture of the Arius squad where you could see all 4 girls and there was a 5th hand giving a gun to Saori. So people is saying like there is one Arius squad member missing that we may get in the future, or a collaborator. Like, who was handing her a gun? As for the Pandemonium Society, they did a great breakthrough with Makoto and Ibuki. True. Like, probably next is gonna be Satsuki. Yeah, but I don't know if this picture is like real or not, but it seems to be part of the story. I haven't gone there myself and looked for it, but I saw this picture floating around. Like, they have a collaborator, someone was handing Saori a gun. So that would be interesting. Maybe they get like a faint introduction during the summer event. We need the 5th member of Pandemonium Society, true. Yeah, what's the name of that girl? There is one Pandemonium Society girl with black long hair that looks like the Gehenna version of Ichika. And we don't know anything about her, not even her name, but she's always with the main Pandemonium characters. She looks important too. Like, I wonder who she is. No, it's not Satsuki. Like, in the last PV, we got a glimpse of her. I will... Let's look at that. Let me see where it is. It's gonna be a second to find it. But yeah, it's interesting because this girl has appeared in many pictures before, but we know nothing about her, like absolutely nothing. Yeah, like I know it's I have the picture you sent me, but I want to find her in the PV too, just for like where she should be around here. Oh, there she is. 1 second, I found. Here. I didn't want to add a new source, like I have too many sources in OBS, so it's a little bit troublesome to manage them all already. But yeah, this girl, we know nothing, absolutely nothing about her. Like, I wish she gets introduced soon, but I think like she looks so cool. So yeah, we don't know anything about that Pandemonium Society member. And she's in many pictures, like there is one where they are like in front of a plane and everything, and she's always there. Ah, freaking Isuna. Yeah, true. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe in this new event we will hear more about her. Maybe she will get introduced, like, even though she didn't appear in the PVs or screenshots. Damn. Like, there are so many interesting characters, like, so many. Like, all the schools have some interesting characters that we don't know anything about. And they keep us on the edge waiting for info. For now I will be just happy if we get either Niya or Nagusa soon. Especially Nagusa. Nagusa is so cool. And she's bound to be like super strong. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Probably Nagusa next year. I hope to be wrong, I really hope to be wrong. But damn, like this anniversary stream 2 destroyed all my predictions. I didn't get almost anything right. I only nailed the Area 25 and Tier 9 equipment, but my character predictions were off, like so off. And I always get 1 or 2 right. This time I got nothing. Because they went completely the opposite direction to what I was thinking. Like, I think everyone can agree that no one expected to have a Gehenna event now. It was really out of the blue. Ah. This is annoying. I'm not critting, and when I'm critting, the Isuna dies. Let's go to Kaiten. Also, it's over an hour in the JP server, so let's go Kaiten, so we have some time there too. Soon you will have your ult. Cannot wait. Everyone was waiting for a new character. Ult was very unexpected. Maybe we'll... yeah, true. Like... I mean... I don't know, it's like... I don't think everyone was expecting ult. Like, I agree with you with that. He is the best paid for Akko, true. But yeah, like, I don't think anyone was expecting an ult, but on the other hand, like... I don't think anyone will complain because everyone loves Hina and everyone loves Akko. They're really popular characters. But... I don't know, I really wanted more Haki Akko students. even though we don't have many Gehenna, so it's also good. Like, I'm happy that we have Makoto and Ibuki here, so... Yeah, true, like, we got 2 new characters. But... I don't know, I wanted, like, 3 new characters, not 2, or like 1 big release, because I don't think Makoto and Ibuki... Ibuki maybe, like, it's great that she's free. But I don't know, Makoto, it's funny, but I don't know how popular she is or how much anticipated she was. I mean, it's cool, like, I like Makoto, she's really funny, but in general I don't see her like the most popular character. Yeah, like, I think like we can all agree that Makoto was unexpected. Like, I have never seen Makoto like playing like my feeds in any social or Reddit or anything. Like, Makoto is, she has her fan base, but it's not like the biggest. So I don't think it was like the most expected release. I don't think anyone could have predicted Makoto, to be honest. Like, I don't think anyone predicted a Gehenna event. I think the music is too loud though. Let me... Okay, that's better. But yeah, like, in the end, I'm happy with the event. It looks amazing. The RPG mode looks like gold content. Yeah, exactly, no one predicted Gehenna at all. But it was not possible. Like, who could have ever guessed Gehenna? Like, we had SRT, then we had Hakyako. Like, everything was completely off. Like, no one could have ever expected Gehenna because there was no hints of it. Like, we had no hints for Gehenna. Many waited for Shiroko. Blue Archive are handling leaks issue extremely well. True. Hina will be able to hit 2 rangers with Heri X. Yeah, you will be able to hit 2 rangers with Heri X if you deploy correctly. Because you need to line up. Probably, if Hina can deploy in the same position I have Akane right now, you can hit red and yellow. No issues, most likely. Like, you can do this path. I can see that happening, but we have to wait and see. Anyways, Hina is gonna be like super strong. I don't even think you will need to do like a double hit. Like, her damage is gonna be absurd because it's always maximum damage. Because she doesn't care about stability or accuracy, so that mechanic is gonna be super OP. Like, having fixed damage on your attacks, especially because Hina has a naturally high attack stat, so I'm really expecting Hina to hit like a truck. It could be weird otherwise. Damn, why is Akane dying? This never happened on my other clears. It's funny, every time I do stuff on a stream, everything goes wrong. Then I turn off the stream, do it for myself, and everything goes right. Same when I'm trying to record for a guide. I do the mock battles, I get all ready, and then I turn on the recorder and everything goes wrong. Like, nope. Yeah, exactly. Akane never died before, like, I don't know what's happening today. She chose to die. Like, she should never die, she's in a really good position, and Mick is taking most of the aggro. Okay, now it went well. Okay, so now we need to renew the discount here. We have Maki for the shield breaking. So we're going to be a little bit patient here. Because the shield may trigger soonish. But we're also going to be using our points. We don't want to waste time, but we don't want to be too hasty. Oh, nice. We triggered the stagger before the shield. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. Another stagger, because once you break Kaiten once, he's like he's dead meat. You can just keep triggering the staggers one after the other. We don't even need to renew the discounts. Boom. Ah. Finally. Like when the run goes well, it's pretty easy. Ooh, new PV. Lucky. Am I missing anything? Is there anything other interesting news I need to talk about? We talk about the teasers on the PB, we talk about the RPG mode, we talk about the new characters, we talk about the link mechanic. Yeah, when the run goes well, it's usually a mock battle. That's so true. It's like when I was doing Gregorius, my mock battles were perfect. Time to do the real run, I was restarting over and over and over and over. It was a nightmare. But yeah, like I don't know if I'm missing anything. Do you guys have any questions about the announcements or the mechanics or like any changes? Like teacher level 90 as the new level cap, it's gonna be interesting. Minori crit issue. Minori crit issue. Yeah, Minori crit issue is a big problem in Gregorius. Probably my biggest problem in Gregorius. I feel like I'm missing something, guys. Like, do you have any ideas? Like, what can I be missing? Freaking Naru is so strong. It never ceases to amaze me. Like, one crit and we're almost done now. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Aru is so good. So good. Oh my god. Aru damage is like so stupidly high. Like, she does more damage than Mika, and Mika is a monster. Like, come on. Like, we're a whole minute faster than before. I mean, we're going to end like not a minute earlier, but very close to it. Like, if I land another crit, it's done. Okay, this one didn't crit. Ah, crap. I didn't pay attention to Hoshino's buff. But we're so close to be done. And we're done. Freaking Hina is so good. If Hina can be stronger than Aru, that's gonna be like, oh my god. Like, I really hope Hina is not that absurdly strong. I mean, on Aru level, but more than Aru, it's gonna be like too much. You wanted to ask more about new Akko and her abilities. I don't understand how she's different from her casual self, other than being a striker. Okay, that's a good question, and let me help you with that. So, let me pull Akko's profile here. Where is Akko? Oh wait, there she is. Okay, so starting with this, probably like the new Akko cost is 5. We don't know if that's the final value for her EX skill. We need to see what's the max level value, but it's 2 points more expensive. Chi provides AoE buffs instead of single target buffs, but the multipliers should be about half. So at max level, my prediction is that her crit rate increase will be around 18 to 20%, and her crit damage increase will be around 38 to 40%. And it should last longer, if I recall correctly. So it's half the value, but it's AoE value, and it should last longer. Yes, so new Akko has a 30-second duration on her buff, which may be also extended by her UE. We don't know that, obviously, because we don't know what her UE ability is gonna be. But if it gets extended by her UE, it's going to be about another second or so, 1 or 2 seconds more. So you will have double the duration for half of the buffs, but for the whole team. And you will have to pay 5 points, so your rotations will be slower. But if you're running a multi DPS team, for example, my Chirokuro team, I had Isuna, I had Wakamo, and I had Meidalis. So if I wanted to remove, for example, Wakamo, I could increase both Meidalis and Isuna crit values, which could be really strong because Isuna deals a lot of crit damage and her normal skill can trigger crit damage. And because we don't really need Wakamo, I use her because her damage is reliable, but we don't really need Wakamo in there. So we can replace her for the new Akko, and that will allow us to remove Akko from the specials, put New Year Fuka on that slot, and now we can have discounts to cast Meidalis at 2 costs, and we can have crit rate and crit damage buff for double the time for 2 characters instead of 1. New Akko sounds like she needs a team of 3 damage dealers around her. I don't like. Yes and no, because in high difficulties you cannot run only DPS and 1 support. It's gonna be suicide. But you can do, like I said, instead of normal Akko, you run party dress Akko, and then you have 3 type of buffs, and you have a lot of more value in that way, even though you will be giving up on some crit rate and crit damage, but you will get discounts, so it may pay off. Hina needs to be way more stronger than Aru. I don't know. The thing is that I agree, because she also has the risks that you can blow your ultimate with CC. Like if you use your ultimate and you get CC'd, you lose it. So you need to have a big payoff for such a risky move, especially because you cannot move with it, and you will lose the normal attack value. And because she has a minigun, her normal attacks are actually really good because they are really fast. So she needs to have a super strong EX. I agree, but the issue is that if she's like, let's say, double the strength of Aru, you saw how quickly Aru destroyed Shirokuro and Kaiten in Insane. And Torment is obviously slower because they have even more HP, but if I can do Chirokuro with over a minute left in Insane, and Kaiten, if I did it properly, I can get over a minute too in there. Like, if Hin is way stronger than Aru, then you will do it in like under a minute and a half. Like, it's going to be, in my opinion, that would be too quick. It would remove too much of the challenge, because I'm already skipping mechanics. I'm skipping the formation change mechanic, and I'm skipping one of the taunts. And with in phase 2, I'm skipping the shield most of the times. And in Shirokuro, like, I'm skipping dodging a lot because I kill it so fast. So if we are going to start skipping all the mechanics with damage, the game is going to get too redundant. So I don't think she should power creep Aru. I think she should be stronger, but she will, because of her armor, she will also be more limited because she has less damage reduction. Because you can only reduce explosive damage, and all the other damage is neutral to her. So yeah, like I don't want. By the way, I think it's time for Summer Atsuko since we have 5 viewers. True. No, we need 5 members, like 5 channel members, 5 paying people to have her. Sadly, I cannot add more icons until that happens, but one day this will happen. That, like, when we get 5 paying members, we can add this to be using the chat like as an emoji. So it would be great. And yeah, like, I want Hina to be stronger than Aru, but I don't want it to be too far, too much. Like, if it's too much, it's gonna get too easy. But that may be only me. Like, of course, like, if anyone thinks that she should be stupidly strong and it doesn't matter if she trivializes stuff, that's all good too. I just don't want a character that can remove all the challenge from stuff. Like, Mika and Aru already removed most of the challenge in many raids with the damage they deal. Like, Torment is a different story, but Insane is becoming like too easy. But I don't know, like, I'd like to hear your thoughts, guys. Like, it's me being a little bit too cautious, or do you think like it's also risky to have that much power? Because I'm also afraid that introducing a character that is that broken, because Aru is really broken, and introducing a character that power creeps Aru will also open the floodgates for more power creep in the future. I think it will be a little wrong to have an older character being more powerful than a newer anniversary character. Yeah, I agree. I don't want Hina to be weaker than Aru, but I don't want her to be like too far off, you know? Yeah, like, Mika is strong, but Aru is stronger than Mika damage-wise. Mika is better because she's also a tank. She doubles duty. But Aru is stronger than Mika. She's doing more damage. Because her attack stat is so high. And she has a lot of crit. Like, she crits really reliably, contrary to, for example, Meidalis. So having a character on the same power level, or slightly above, would be nice. But if she's like double the power of Aru, or like, I don't know, 75% stronger, I think it could be too much. 50% stronger I would think is fine, but if they go too much farther than that, it's going to get like too power creepy. Like, for example, Hibiki is a good example of a character that got power crept to hell. Poor Hibiki was an excellent character on release, and now you have 2 free characters that are stronger than her. Yeah, Aru probably doesn't even realize how good she is. Aru is really oblivious to everything, but that way she's special. She's a great character. One of my favorites, probably top 3. But yeah, like, Hibiki, for example, she got power crept to hell, and I don't want that to happen again. Like, also Haruna. Haruna was a really good special character at the beginning, And then we got Wakamo, and then we got Alice and Maid Alice, and like it's a scary road to get into with power creep. Once you go too far into it, you cannot go back. Because people will be disappointed if you try to scale down in power. Like, if you give people power, you cannot take it back. So that's why I want them to be careful with how much power they give new characters. Oh my god, that critical. Finally she crits. That was amazing. I was just complaining about her unreliable crits and she crits like a freaking truck. Again, oh my god. This is her run. She's inspired. Phase 1 was a little bit of a disaster, but Phase 2 is looking good. Ah, shield. Boom. Doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, I need to complain more about her criticals. She starts critting every time I complain. But yeah, like, even another good example of that, they may not even realize how much power they give to players. Power they give to players. I'm sure when she gets released, someone is going to find out insanely good ways to use her power, right? Yeah, like, I don't know, like, they know what they are doing. And one thing I appreciate about Blue Archive is that most, not all, but most of the top tier characters are not limited. These two are regular characters that any player can get, and now they can be recruited with the new Start Dash pack. So this is good, but for example Himari completely overcrept Kotama, and Kotama was meta before Himari got released. So I don't want to have like a character that power creeps Himari. I want to have an alternative to Himari. Like maybe someone that gives less attack but gives it like in AoE, or like for longer, or together with the attack she gives attack speed. So instead of having 105% extra attack, you have 80%, but you have also 50% more attack. I don't know, something like that. Maybe not 50%, that would be too much, but creating ways to give players power without overdoing it. Balance is very delicate. True, like the Axel is part of why Himari is so good, but this buff is unparalleled. No one has a buff this strong in the game. Because critical is a good stat when you crit, but attack is always there, is reliable. Maybe power creep is just a natural way to go as time goes on. I think it's acceptable. Like, I think you're right. In a way, power creep, it's an element of game design. People want to get stronger with time. People want to have new shiny stuff that is excellent, and it's more fun. Power creep is fun. But it's also a way to shorten the game life, in my opinion. Games that go too far on power creep, they also kill themselves. Like, for example, Fire Emblem Heroes. They started to power creep every banner, technically, and now the game is so boring. But if new bosses too strong, older characters, that's bad. Wait, maybe I'm not seeing the whole message because of the OBS interface. Oh, but if new bosses are too strong for older characters, that's bad. Yeah, that's true. So that's the thing. Like, for example, Hibiki could get a unique accessory that fixes her accuracy issue, because her main issue is that her accuracy is terrible. It's so bad. And stat-wise, yeah, she's on the low side too. Like, but it's fixable. So I agree that they need to do like stronger characters to face harder challenges. But for example, JFD, Joint Fire Drills, are an excellent example of difficulty that is mechanic and no just numeric. Because some JFDs have special rules that make CC do a lot of damage, and then it doesn't matter how strong the character is, as long as you are complying with the rules, you can succeed. There has to be power creep, but not in a hurry. I think the wrong thing would be for Aru for 3 years ago to be at the same level as Birthday Hina. Oh, bye bye Nono, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't want, like I said, I don't want Hina to be weaker than Aru. I want her to be stronger than Aru. But I don't want her to be too far stronger than Aru. Like, it's complicated because power creep is the natural way of progression in games, but I think they have done a good job with it. They haven't been too hasty with power creep. These two, for example, have been in the game for a long time and they have not been power crept, and that's great. Where is she? Azusa is also a good example. She's still good. Welcome back, welcome back. So we're talking about power creep in the game, and specifically about like Hina and Aru, because we just did Kaiten and Aru destroyed that raid in like an instant in insane difficulty, and I said that I wanted to be Hina to be on the same level, the same power level of Aru, or a little bit above, but not too much, because I don't want the power creep to go too far. But I also think is part of the natural progression of the game, but I think they have to be cautious with it. And yeah, like there are different opinions, obviously, and it's a really interesting conversation, because on one hand I agree and I comprehend why people like power creep and want to have like the new character to be like stupidly strong, but I think that difficulty doesn't have to come just in a numeric way. I'm not even sure if Hina can do the same. I know how fast is destroying Kaiten. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. My JP account doesn't have Aqua. So we're in the same boat. Aqualess Club is not as small as it looks. There is plenty of us. So if she can spook me during Hina banner, I will be really happy. Yeah, 3 Aqualess players in this chat. Even if it's a small sample size, is indicative of something. But yeah, like it's interesting. I really trust the devs to do a good job with balance. They have done it for 3 years. I trust them to do it again. But it's complicated because we all have different views on it. Like I can completely understand when someone, for example, Fernandez in chat is saying that he wants Hina to be like a lot stronger than Aru, and I can understand it. I just want it to be like moderate, like not not excessive. I think excess is bad in everything, not only in games but in life too. Freaking Aru is so good. I hope, like, let me see if I can find that. Where is it? I found it. Give me a second to add the source. I lost it again. Damn it.
私の働く姿に見とれちゃ困るわよ。ってかけ間違いじゃないの。
Here, I hope this skin happens one day. Aru is just overpowered for a 3-year-old character. That's the problem they created. It was an error doing her that strong. Well, Hin is limited, but Ako will always be there for you. True. Like, Ako will eventually spook me. The issue is that it's been like 2 years since her release and I still don't have her in my JP account. But yeah, I hope this Aru skin happens one day. It's amazing. It's so good. I mean, Aru, yeah, she released in a really strong state, but remember that before the UE, Aru was good, but like not as good as she is now. Like this and this made Aru what she is now. I think she got more powerful in time, which I think is fine. I think balance-wise is good, and Hina might just to turn to be a good example, with power creeping the niche just partially. Well, she might end up being a monster too, I don't know. I mean, on a first glance, I think Hina is going to be a monster, like Aru level of power, Mika level of power. She's gonna be really good. And I'm expecting her to be like 25 to 50% stronger than Aru, and I would be happy with that. If they go like too far with it, it's not like I'm going to complain, I will still like it. It's because having a strong character puts value into your investment. You still wonder where to use Toki. Toki is very versatile. You can use her in Bina Great Wars, you can use her in Kaiten, you can use her like in many places. Hina problem now is cost. Aru don't need Yui or New Year Fuka around. That's true. Like normal Hina has the issue that her cost is 7, which makes her weird to discount. New Hina fixes that problem, which is gonna be great. Regarding Toki, like Bina Great Wars is a good place for Toki, Kaiten is a decent place for Toki, especially in phase 2. I used Toki in Gregorius, but I would not recommend it. It was like an emergency second team, but it's not great. But it works. Like, you can do a lot of damage with Toki in Gregorius, but making a team for her to work there is complicated. Yeah, that's why Dress Hina fixes the issue. She has a cost of 6, so you can discount it to 3 instead of 4 like regular Hina. That's why Dress Hina is a lot better, because of her cost. Do I have regular Hina in this account? There she is. So the problem with Hina and characters like Yukari, for example, is that discounts round up, they do not round down. So they go to 4, and 4 is still a bad cost for rotation, especially if you are wasting a discount. So Dress Hina having a cost of 6 is gonna be great, because it will put her in the same position of Mika. You discount her to 3, you buff her like to hell, and then you make everything explode. Aru has the advantage that she doesn't need a discount, so you can run Summer Hoshino for more damage, you can do Himariago for more damage, and you can stack a lot more buffs on Aru. That's why Aru is so competitive and like even stronger than Mika in some scenarios, because you can stack more buffs on her. But when you can use Ui instead of New Year Fuka, you can stack the same amount of buffs and they are still like around the same power level. I think Aru is still doing more damage because of her crit stat is so stupidly high and her attack stat is so high. Like, let's look. Mika has 5100 attack. Aru has 8k. Her crit damage is 244%. And they have the same. And crit rate 425, 601. This is really high crit stat. That's why she's so reliable. So yeah, that's why Aru is so good. But a lot of that is fixed by this. Her crit damage. Like, she gets a lot of raw crit damage from here. And this gives her accuracy, which is great, because she's doing more damage more consistently. She's not like fluctuating so much. And this enhancement she gets from here is so good. Like, the extra damage she gets from this enhancement is so good, so good. So that's why Aru is good, because she got updated. She was not released in this state. She got updated to this power level. Maybe they overdid it, but I think it's good that an old character has this level of power, because it makes it easier for returning players, for example, to get a strong character on their hands. A team with Ui always makes me worried about the team's survival, especially Ui, which is very fragile, which makes me hate using it. Ui is very fragile, that's true, but she has a back deployment. Is that right? Let me check. I don't want to assert anything without being 100% sure. Where is Ui? I'm so blind when I have to look for characters, I never find them. Where is Ui? There she is. So yeah, she deploys on the back. So with deployment you can make her avoid a lot of the damage. What I don't like about Ui teams is that you are losing... I feel like you're losing another utility. Because, for example, let's look at Great Wars Vina. This is a good example, because Great War Vina has a very static core in Akane and Maki. And that core is good in all three variants. So when you do the explosive variant, for example, you can run instead of Ui, Hoshino, and then you get more damage. But when you do, for example, the heavy armor variant, you cannot run Hoshino because you need the core for the defense breaks and you need Ui for the discounts, and you rely all your damage on Mika. And while you could do Hoshino and use New Year Fuka, you want to have Ako for the crit damage boost because Mika deals guaranteed critical damage, so having extra crit damage is so good. Honestly, Ui survival is sometimes good, quote unquote, when you need to finish the boss. She sometimes go down, making rotation faster. Yeah, that's also true. It's very situational. There are very few situations in which you actually want a character to go down, but for example, I like Ui dying in HOD after I renew the buff on Mika on the boss phase, because Mika can kill HOD in like 2 or 3, like maximum 4 EX skills. So after I renew Mika, after I use 2 EXs and I renew Mika, I don't mind Ui dying. It's even better if she dies, because it allows me to rotate faster into Mika again. But it's like very rare, very rare. Last HOD, yeah. Like another good thing about the new characters is that because we have Striker Ako now for the critical boost, you can actually run teams without Ui and use Hina, because you can run Striker Ako and then you can have New Year Fuka on your backline for the discounts. And because of Hina EX mechanic being so OP in the sense that after the first activation you get 3 free EX skills that you can use in quick succession, because they have like they do not rotate until you use all 3 charges. So that team is gonna be interesting to do. I'm switching to Torment HOD, not gonna need that anymore, hopefully. Yeah, true. New Year Fuga stuck with Himari and Ako. Yeah, if you use Striker Ako, you can use New Year Fuka instead of normal Ako. So you can have Himari New Year Fuka for attack buff and discounts, and you can have a Striker Ako for crit buffs. So that's why the new Ako is so interesting. Like, you don't need to have Ui anymore and you can run more damage. Like, you see what I mean? It's gonna be really fun. Wait, does New Year Fuka stack with Dress Ako? Do you mean... Oh, true, because New Year Fuka also provides some crit. No, they do not stack, but New Year Ako should have a higher value. I think her crit damage should be a little bit higher, about 38%. That's my guess. Because regular Ako is 73, so I'm expecting new Ako to be about half of these values, rounding up, so about 20 and about 36. So you will be using New Year Fuka for the discounts and Ako for the crit rate and crit damage buff. Because this buff is good, but it will be overwritten. So you would have to do the sequence in this order: Himari, Fuka, new Ako. And then you attack with your striker, your main DPS. That would be the sequence for the damage. Even more, like you can do Fuka, Ako, Himari, because Himari has the shortest buff, so you want Himari last, probably. No, they do not stack. She might not stack, but also Dress Ako is AoE buff. They might actually stack. It would be funny if Dress Ako and Ako can stack. I hope this new Ako isn't fragile, or it won't become as viable. I don't think the new Ako is going to be too fragile, to be honest, because her passive is increase HP, which is already a good step towards the right direction. I think support strikers with increased HP are great, because they survive more. It's just plain easy. For example, like a good example of why it's bad to not have it is, for example, Ui. I think she doesn't have HP. Yeah, like if she had HP, imagine 26.6% more HP here. It would be about a fourth more, which could be about 9k more. Is that right? The half is 14k, no, about 7k more HP, so she would have about 35k HP. That's a lot of HP. So yeah, like I expect new Ako to have maybe 40k HP. New Ako sounds like not too excessive. 40k HP, yeah, like she has 47. Yeah, I can see new Ako having around 50k HP, 40k HP. So even though Kayoko is really frail too, she's really frail, but it's because of her defense is so low, and her evasion is decent though. So yeah, like you could go Fuka, Ako, Himari with the new with new formation. I think it's gonna be fun. The thing is that I don't think buffs stack if they come from the same source, but so because they are from EX skills, they will probably do not stack. But on the other hand, they are different type of skills. One is an AoE and one is single target, and but I don't know, like in the end they both benefit the same stat. I don't know if you can stack them. Like for example, you cannot stack Kotama and Himari, can you? Do you guys know if you can stack Himari and Kotama? Because if they do not stack, Ako will not stack with other buffs. I think that's like a good way to know. Do Himari and Kotama stack? Let's test it. We can test it actually. So when I want to test stuff, what I do is I go to, not here, here. I pick one of these and then I just retire so I don't waste all the stamina. Let's remove some strikers too to make this a bit easier. Okay, so we're going to see if Himari and Kotama stack. They should not, because they are both attack buffs and they both come from the EX skill. But if they stack, then Ako will stack with Ako. That sounds so weird, Ako stacking with Ako. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use first Kotama. She has 4. Himari, she has 4. They do not stack, so Ako is not stacking with Ako. She still has 4 counts of attack buff. Probably Himari overrides Kotama. Well, that was an interesting experiment. Is there anything else in your minds that we could test? Like, let's do some theory crafting before the event comes. Nothing too crazy though.
ご用でしょうか。
Because I could see something like this being a team. You can let's say choose new Ako. No, wait, we need a middle character. Choose new Ako. And then you put, let's say Atsuko. Let's say this is Kaiten, we are fighting. Like, this could be like, if this was new Ako, this could be a team for Kaiten. Yeah, exactly. So, source and type. You can stack attack buffs from different sources. You cannot stack buffs. Like, you can stack buffs of the same type from different sources, but you cannot stack attack buffs from the same type and same source. Seeing this formation is outrageous. How a team with Akari was ahead of me in Gregoris. What? Oh, wait, what? Someone ranked higher than Young Gregorius using Akari? What? Really? Strat with Akari. That sounds... What? That... I mean, she's strong. Like, this buff, when it works, is insane. But it's not reliable. Like how? That sounds insane. That person must do restart cycles like it's nothing. Like, Aru's strat is already like a hair pulling strategy. I cannot imagine that strategy with Akari, which is even less reliable. Like seriously, I will need to level up my Akari and do some testing. Like, that sounds crazy. Like, she has tons of extra damage. Like, increase attack here, increase attack here, but it's 10% chance. It's freaking 10% chance. Like, come on. How often can it trigger? My game is gonna crash. 1 second, technical problem. I need a technical problems splash screen. Yeah, the game crashed. Oh, the whole emulator crashed actually. Did the whole PC crash? Oh god. Okay, no. I'm still here, I didn't crash the whole PC, that's good. I finished 156 with 110 Torment teams. Oh, you did Torment and you use 110 teams. That's something. Like how? Can you fit 110? Ah, you finish only insane. Okay. Okay. Oh, you mean like the top 110 teams were doing Torment clears? I thought you were doing you use 110 teams to clear Torment. Oh my god, that was like how? Oh my god, that was a funny confusion. Um, Guys, I'm having an issue with the emulator. Like, it's crashing every time. So, I think I will be ending the stream here. Torment needs Mina to finish on one team. Yeah, true. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna finish the stream here. I'm having technical issues, so I don't know what to do. So, it's been over 2 hours anyways, which is more or less what I stream usually. I don't know if I will stream next week, because we also have Hieronymus Great Wars coming. So there is stuff to do, and I want to test the new characters. Maybe we'll do a live stream next week, just to look at the new characters, do some testing here and there. But I cannot promise anything because it's gonna be a very busy week. Now the game started, but it's just a little bit unstable. It's really laggy. It has like 1 frame. Okay, guys, thanks so much for coming to the stream. It was really fun. The news were actually great. Like, besides my personal biases, I'm happy with the new updates and everything. And while I'm cautious with the power creep topic, I also want the new characters to be strong. I want them to be so strong. I just hope that it's not like insanely strong, because they are all limited characters and I don't want to have like 3 top tier characters blocked under a limited banner, you know? I like having strong characters always available in the regular pool, like Himari, Ako, Asusa, Aru. I think that's great. So putting 3 characters behind a paywall basically would be a little bit too much for me. But besides that, I think the game is going really well. I like how they are doing things. The dev team is amazing and the updates are looking so cool. I hope they develop more minigames and stuff, but that will be a matter of time. With that said, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you have a Ibuki too. I hope you have a nice rest of your days and see you next time. Bye bye.